Alright, what's going on, guys? We got a normal video for today. I even decided to use a little Black Ops 4 beta gameplay, give everyone a little break from the Fortnite. But today, we're going to be taking a look at this very interesting story, to say the least, about this girl who basically catfished like 100 different dudes into this fake Tinder date as some sort of social experiment. I didn't realize people were still doing social experiments. I figured we pretty much established that those were pretty retarded like 3 years ago, but apparently she didn't get the message. She really thought she was doing something special here, you know, very important for society, but really all that ended up happening is she got roasted for it. But anyways, let me set up the situation for you real quick. Basically, she went on Tinder and she just swiped right on every single dude that she saw, so that way she could get as many matches as possible, which, I mean, she's a female on Tinder, so it's not exactly hard to get matches. Here's a picture of her from her interview on Good Morning America. So as you can see, she's not really anything special, but that don't really matter. If you're a female on Tinder, all you have to do is meet the very minimum requirements of having at least one of your four limbs. You know, it could be an arm or leg, you know, something. Just have something to grab onto a little bit. You can't have any extra chromosomes, although, you know, if you have a couple extra and you're still looking pretty good, I'm sure you could still get some matches. And you need to be at least under 400 pounds, although I'm sure some of these, you know, 500 and 600 pounders out there might still end up getting some matches. I don't know. But for the most part, as a female on Tinder, that's pretty much the only qualifications that you need to get matches. And she definitely meets all of these qualifications. So she gathered up all of these matches and she scheduled the exact same date with all of them. But the thing is, they don't know that. They think in their mind that they're just going on a normal one-on-one date with this woman, right? But when they get there, there's like 100 other cocks trying to smash as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole sausage fest going on. So just all that by itself is pretty ridiculous, right? But now we have to get into what happened once all of these people met up together.
Hi everyone! As you may or may not know, my name is Natasha, and I have everyone here today to be on a date with me. Dating apps are very difficult, and I said maybe I can bring everyone here in person and see how that goes. So, do you have what it takes to win a date with me? So, we're gonna start the elimination. Anyone under 5'10", please leave as well. No beer bellies, no long beards, no bald guys, no khakis, or is any less than 6 inches, you know, you gotta go. You gotta go.
So basically, she brings them all out there, gets up on the stage, explains to them that she has bamboozled them all into this group date, and then she starts eliminating people based off of things like their physical appearance, which I don't have an issue with that. That's totally fine, but I do have an issue with you doing it face to face and humiliating these people like this, right? That's what I have an issue with. Imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine I got up there and I said, hey, listen up, man. I know you all came out here for this date or whatever, but any bitches over 150 pounds, y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you going. You know, go down to the Cowboys training camp. They're in the preseason right now. They could use some backup O-linemen or something. I don't know, but your big ass gotta get on out of here. And also, any females with hair shorter than mine and hair that is any sort of weird fucking color that's in the rainbow, y'all weird ass gotta go too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't be walking around as a female having a better fade than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine if I went up there and I started talking like that, right? I don't think any of these women out there would find that very funny. So there's no reason that you should be doing it to all of these men. They didn't sign up for this. You bamboozled them into doing this. But then it gets even worse. After she has eliminated some of these people, for some reason, the others decided to stay around even after seeing how stupid this is. I don't know what their problem is. But now she starts making them compete against each other in these challenges in order to eliminate people even further.
Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Now, at this point, I really can't put too much of the blame on her anymore because, you know, we gotta kind of take some responsibility here as men for letting this bitch pull this dumb shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just cannot imagine how little self-respect you must have to sit there and let this woman punk you like this, man. And she's not even hot. Like, I would understand if it was just a straight dime up there, just like the baddest girl you ever seen talking like this. Okay, hey, you know, you might have an opportunity to get up in them walls or something. Okay, I see why people might be, you know, inclined to behave that way. That makes a little bit of sense, but this bitch ain't shit. Like, I don't know what you all excited about. Every single man over there who is still participating in this fucking event is a loser, man. Straight up, you need to have some respect for yourself. I just couldn't imagine myself sitting there doing push-ups and running a 40-yard dash to try to get this dumb bitch's approval. Like, you got me all the way fucked up. That is just pathetic, embarrassing. I'm embarrassed watching it, alright? I feel bad for these guys. Like, I don't know what they are thinking right now, but finally, at least one of them is actually a normal, self-respecting man. He's not a pussy, and he actually stands up and says something about what's going on.
Excuse me, the shit you just did right here, Poodle, stunt on all these men who had stuff to do, it's f***ed up. You know it's f***ed up.
But unfortunately, as you can see, he was quickly handled by her crew of bodyguards, which I'd imagine she brought just in case things turned a little bit crazy. Because, I mean, hey, you never know nowadays. Eugene's be out there hiding, you know. We see a new story every day. And this could have been one of them stories. You know, you come up there, you invite Eugene on this little Tinder day. He thinks, you know, he finally got a match on Tinder. He's 0 for 6,000. You're his first match. He thinks he's finally getting a day. He shows up. All of a sudden, there's 80 other dicks there, like, hey, he just might start hip firing. I mean, you never know, so it's always good to have some security there, right? But that's pretty much it. Her final message of the whole video, the whole reasoning behind this social experiment was that apparently, you know, we shouldn't judge people based off of small things like their appearance on dating sites such as Tinder, and she wanted to show everyone like how messed up it is by doing it in real life. And I understand where you're coming from, but the problem with what you've done here is you're not actually saying these things to the person on Tinder when you don't match with them. So in the end, nobody's feelings are actually getting hurt. Like, for example, I'm not interested in 375-pound beluga whales. I'm just not into that, you know what I'm saying? You know, we need to bring the pounds down a little bit. I don't think that makes me a terrible person. That's just not what I like. I'm sure there are some people out there who love these big old bitches, you know, that's cool for them, just not me. But if I happen to come across one of them on Tinder, I simply would not match with her. But I'm not gonna message her and be like, hey, fat ass, look how fucking fat you are, you fat fuck. Like, that's not what's happening here. I'm simply not matching with her. Nobody's feelings are getting hurt. We're both moving on with our day. But what you're doing here is very humiliating, and you're just being a shitty person in general, and it really does not prove any point whatsoever, because there's really nothing wrong with having preferences as to who you would like to date. You know, I also don't like cock. I'm not into that dick. It's not a big deal. Like, not everyone has to like dick. Not everyone likes 400-pound whales. Like, it's totally cool to have some standards for yourself of what you're into. And that's all it comes down to. So your little social experiment here that you've done really doesn't make any sense. It seems to me that you just did this for attention, which I guess you're getting it because I'm giving you attention, but it really seems like you did this to like make yourself feel better, you know? You're like, oh, look at me, I'm so hot, I got all these dudes to show up trying to fuck, like look at all these matches I got, now let me just make fun of them all and tell them how they're not on my level and I don't want them, right? Like, oh, I'm so cool. Like, listen, bitch, these are all a bunch of fucking losers. I wish I would have been there, alright? I would have taken that fucking microphone right out your little gremlin fingers that you holding up, and you would have got roasted right there in front of everyone. I would have been a hero that that day to all of these fucking Eugenes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't tough. You lucky there was a bunch of fucking losers there. Only one dude actually stood up for himself, and, you know, you had the security take him away. So, you know, don't get too excited about this situation, because you ain't shit. I promise you, any normal dude would not be letting this type of shit slide. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Who would have thought people are still trying to do social experiments in 2018? I thought we were done with that, but apparently some people didn't get the memo. So anyways, that is pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say